China's People's Liberation Army has released a short animation of simulated attacks on Taiwan. It was released on the PLA's WeChat account. It showed missiles fired from land, sea and air. The video showed two of the missiles exploding as they hit their targets. China continues to conduct combat readiness patrols and military exercises around Taiwan. Troops coordinated to carry out simulated precision strikes on key targets on the island of Taiwan and the surrounding waters. Dozens of aircraft, including early warning planes, fighters and bombers, flew to the targeted airspace. The drills come after Taiwan's President Tsai Ing-wen visited the US and met US House Speaker Kevin McCarthy despite China's threats. Taiwan is on high alert as China carries out its latest series of military drills. The island's defense ministry said the drills are destabilizing and jeopardizing regional security. Taipei said it had spotted 71 Chinese aircraft and 9 Navy vessels around the island within 24 hours. 2 people have been killed after Russian forces struck a residential building in the Ukrainian city of Zaporizhzhia. A woman was rescued from the wreckage. Authorities said 2 missiles had destroyed one building and damaged others. The strike was the latest in a series of recent attacks on civilian targets in Ukraine. Ukraine's air defenses are at risk of running out of missiles and ammunition within weeks. This is according to Pentagon documents that were apparently leaked. The documents date back to February. One of the documents, marked secret, outlines how Ukraine's S-300 air defense systems would be depleted by the 2nd of May if they are used at the current rate. North Korea appears to be cutting a communication link with South Korea. South Korea's unification ministry said that North Korea failed to respond to its regular calls for a 4th straight day. North and South Korea do not have regular phone service. They had to set up hotlines in 2018 after a series of summits aimed at decreasing tensions. A delegation from Saudi Arabia has arrived in Iran. The aim of the trip is to discuss the reopening of embassies and consulates. The Saudi Ministry of Foreign Affairs hailed the visit as a part of implementing the recent tripartite agreement. The 2 countries severed diplomatic ties in 2016. They held talks to resume relations in March under China's mediation. 2 Israeli sisters who were killed in a shooting attack in the West Bank were laid to rest. The 2 women were British citizens. Their car was shot up by a suspected Palestinian gunman that Israeli forces are trying to track down. Their mother was also in the car and sustained serious injuries in the shooting. Pope Francis has expressed deep concern over the ongoing tensions between Israel and Palestine. The Pope voiced his concerns during an Easter Mass. He said violence threatens the desired climate of trust and mutual respect needed to resume dialogue between Israelis and Palestinians. Clashes broke out at the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound after Israeli police entered the premises. Thousands of people in the nation of Georgia took to the streets against what they called the backsliding of democracy. Demonstrators gathered outside the Georgian parliament. They waved flags of Georgia and the European Union. They carried banners that read, "For a European Future." Georgia's ruling party faces accusations of jailing opponents, silencing independent media, and collaborating with Russia. An explosion caused 2 residential buildings to collapse in the French city of Marseille. As many as 10 people are thought to be trapped under the rubble. The cause of the explosion is not yet known. 5 people sustained serious injuries and were taken to the hospital. A 3rd building partially collapsed. People are being evacuated from around 30 buildings in the area. A boat with around 400 migrants is adrift between Greece and Malta. This comes at a time when there is a sharp rise of migrant boats crossing the Mediterranean from North Africa. Maltese authorities reportedly ordered nearby merchant ships not to carry out a rescue operation. Reports say that several of the migrants on board required medical attention. India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar begins his visit to the African nations of Uganda and Mozambique today. This will be a 6-day trip. It starts with a 3-day visit to Uganda. The visit highlights India's push for increased diplomatic engagement with its African partners. The Indian Home Minister Amit Shah is visiting the northeastern state of Arunachal Pradesh. The visit comes days after China renamed 11 places in the state, including mountain peaks, rivers and residential areas. China has criticized Shah's trip, saying that it violates China's territorial sovereignty. Air quality in the northern Thai city of Chiang Mai has risen beyond the safe threshold. This is a result of seasonal agricultural burnings across the region. Thailand's medical department has advised people to avoid outdoor activities and wear masks. Chiang Mai has been listed as one of the top 3 cities with the worst air pollution globally. 4 people have died and 9 have been injured in an avalanche. It happened at the Armanset glacier near Mont Blanc in southeastern France. The avalanche was extensive and occurred at an altitude of 3,500 meters. The cause of the avalanche is being investigated. Brazilian President Lula da Silva went to areas affected by flooding in the country's northeast. Heavy flooding has submerged houses and streets in the region. Lula visited shelters where he spoke to people displaced by the floods. According to local authorities, almost 36,000 families have been affected. Scientists have said that glaciers in the Pyrenees Mountains may disappear over the next decade. The Pyrenees mountain range marks the natural border between Spain and France. It has seen 28 glaciers disappear or become reduced since 1984. Scientists have blamed climate change for the glacial retreat. According to numbers from the latest tiger census, India now has more than 3,100 tigers. The number has increased from 2,900 in 2018. This marks an increase of about 7%. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi unveiled the numbers on Sunday at the International Big Cat Alliance conference. A 17-meter-long sperm whale died after washing up on a beach in Bali in Indonesia. The male sperm whale was found stranded on Yele Beach in West Bali's Jembrana district. This is the 3rd such instance in little over a week. Apple's first quarter shipment of personal computers has fallen by 40%. Compared to other PC makers, Apple saw the worst drop in the industry. Globally, shipments of personal computers fell by 29%. The fall was due to weaker demand, excess inventory, and deteriorating economic conditions. Lenovo and HP also saw a decline in shipments. Chinese company SenseTime has presented a new AI-powered chatbot called SenseChat. SenseTime CEO demonstrated the AI model's capabilities. He showed how the chatbot could narrate stories and write computer codes. SenseTime is backed by Chinese conglomerate Alibaba. This comes as tech companies are rushing to introduce their versions of AI chatbots to compete with ChatGPT. Austria's finance minister has said that the country has so far been immune to the global banking turmoil. Finance Minister Magnus Brunner said our banks did their homework very well after the financial crisis. He also defended Austria's Raiffeisen Bank International's Russian operations. The Austrian bank is the only major Western bank that continues its operations in Russia. Electric vehicle maker Tesla is opening a factory in Shanghai. The Shanghai factory will be able to produce 10,000 megapack batteries per year. Tesla's megapack batteries are large-scale rechargeable lithium-ion batteries. The company will start production in the second quarter of 2024. China's Huawei Technologies is looking to move one of its regional headquarters to Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. This comes amid a push by the Saudi government to position itself as a regional business hub. The company is in talks with Riyadh authorities to upgrade its presence in the country. The company's current headquarters for the region are located in Dubai and Bahrain. South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol has ordered a national strategy meeting. The meeting will focus on boosting competitiveness in the battery and semiconductor sectors. South Korea's economy is heavily dependent on trade and chip exports. The economy has been decelerating due to weakening global economy and diminishing demand from China. Japan's chief cabinet secretary has said that the country will consider government adoption of artificial intelligence technology. He said that AI chatbot ChatGPT can be used if its privacy and cybersecurity concerns are resolved. His remarks came shortly before Sam Altman, the CEO of ChatGPT developer OpenAI, met Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida. In his meeting, Altman said that his company is looking to open a Japan office. 71-year-old Japanese academic Kazuo Ueda has taken the helm of the Japan Central Bank. Ueda began his term on Sunday. He has stressed the need for an ultra-easy monetary policy to achieve Japan's inflation target. He succeeded Haruhiko Kuroda, whose term ended on Saturday. Chinese search engine giant Baidu has filed lawsuits over fake copies of its Ernie bot app. The lawsuits have been filed against Apple and relevant app developers. The fake copies of the app were seen on Apple's App Store. Baidu has said that Ernie does not have any official app as of now. Taiwanese chipmaker TSMC is in talks with Washington over the US CHIPS Act. The CHIPS Act has been designed to boost US semiconductor manufacturing. The chipmaker is in talks regarding guidance on subsidy criteria, which has initially sparked concerns. Conditions for subsidies include sharing excess profit with the US government. TSMC is one of the world's largest chip makers. Moving on to sports now. In wrestling, India has won 3 medals on day 1 of the Asian Wrestling Championships. Rupin secured a silver, while Neeraj Chikara and Sunil Kumar claimed bronze medals each. India has a 30-member squad across the women's and men's freestyle and Greco-Roman divisions. The championship was earlier supposed to be held in New Delhi. It is now being hosted by Kazakhstan. In cricket, Sunrisers Hyderabad have registered an 8-wicket victory over Punjab Kings in Sunday's IPL match. This made it their maiden victory in the current season of the IPL. Sunrisers chose to bowl first and limited Punjab to 143 runs. In the chase, Rahul Tripathi scored 74 of 48 balls, while Sunrisers captain Aidan Markram remained 37 not out. Royal Challengers Bangalore will face Lucknow Super Giants in today's IPL match. The Super Giants have won 2 out of the 3 matches that they've played so far. Bangalore have only won 1 of their 2 matches. The 2 teams have met twice in IPL season so far, and both times Bangalore have won. In football, Cristiano Ronaldo's Al Nassr were tied at a goalless draw with Al Faya on Sunday's Saudi Pro League match. The score makes it the team's 5th draw of the season. This means that the team will remain in 2nd place on the points table. Ronaldo-led Al Nassr has 53 points in 23 games, with 16 wins and 2 losses. Liverpool launched a strong comeback against Arsenal to claim a 2-all draw in Sunday's Premier League match. Arsenal had taken an early lead with a goal in the 8th minute by forward Gabriel Martinelli. Liverpool forward Roberto Firmino scored a goal in the 87th minute to draw the match. The match could have been Arsenal's first win at the Anfield Stadium since 2012. Manchester United is preparing to face Sevilla in the Europa League quarter-final first leg on Thursday evening. There's some uncertainty surrounding the club's takeover. Bidders include Jim Ratcliffe and Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani, and they're waiting to hear whether or not their revised offers met the Glazer family's requirements. In tennis, world number 1 Novak Djokovic hopes for a strong start to his clay court season at the Monte Carlo Masters next week. The 22-time Grand Slam champion begins his season after having missed the Indian Wells and Miami Masters. He could not enter the US unvaccinated, which gave him more practice time. In badminton, India's Priyanshu Rajawat registered a thrilling win in the final against Denmark's Magnus Johansson. Rajawat clinched the men's singles title at the Orléans Masters with 21-15, 19-21 and 21-16. This is Rajawat's maiden BWF World Tour title. Tiger Woods has tweeted that he withdrew from the Masters tournament because of a foot injury. The golfer thanked his fans for showing love and support. Wood was limping while playing in the tournament on Saturday. He finished the second round with a score of 73. In Formula One, racer Max Verstappen is hopeful that Fernando Alonso can take a long-awaited 33rd race win. Verstappen said, and I quote, "Fernando should have already won a lot more races than he has done." The Spaniard claimed victory in the sport last in the 2013 Spanish Grand Prix. Singer Taylor Swift has broken up with British actor Joe Alwyn after 6 years of dating. The two started dating in the fall of 2016 and made their relationship public in early 2017. The couple often collaborated on her songs. Swift has dropped several hints about Alwyn in her music. She's currently on the road with the Eras Tour. K-pop singer Psy's concert film Summer Swag 2022 has locked a release date in May. The film covers the Korean singer's 7-city domestic concert tour. The 2022 shows marked Psy's first post-pandemic tour. The film will be available on streaming platform Disney Plus on the 3rd of May. Actor Jackie Chan's film Ride On has topped opening weekend collections in China. The film collected $11.7 million. Chan's film was competing with Japanese anime hit Suzume, which is in its third weekend run. Universal Pictures' The Super Mario Bros. Movie was also a stiff competitor to Ride On. Chinese film Stonewalling has won 3 awards at the Hong Kong International Film Festival. The film won in the Best Actress and Best Film categories. Stonewalling was also given the International Film Critics Awards. Some other winners include Swiss film Bear and Taiwanese film Bad Education. The Super Mario Bros. Movie has secured the biggest opening weekend for an animated film. It has earned $377 million worldwide. It's also received the highest global opening of 2023. Earlier, Disney's film Frozen 2 held the record for the biggest opening weekend for an animation. Sci-fi film Return of the Jedi is set to re-release in theaters for its 40th anniversary celebration. It will be re-released on the 28th of April for a limited time. This will mark the film's return to theaters after 26 years. The film was first released in theaters on the 25th of May, 1983. Actor Damson Idris has joined actor Brad Pitt in a new film based on Formula One races. Pitt plays a veteran driver who trains a rookie, played by Idris, in the sports drama. Meanwhile, Pitt and Idris are also collaborating on another film by director John Watts. Actor Bella Ramsey has signed up for a period drama titled Monstrous Beauty. In the movie, she will play an aspiring playwright in the court of King Charles II of England. The filming is set to begin in September this year. Ramsey was last seen in the drama series The Last of Us. Actor Timothée Chalamet will be doing his own singing for a biopic on singer Bob Dylan. The film is titled A Complete Unknown. It's based on author Elijah Wald's 2015 book on Dylan titled Dylan Goes Electric. Filming is expected to begin in August. The spin-off of popular Disney series The Mandalorian has 2 new cast members. The series titled Ashoka has roped in actors Lars Mikkelsen and David Tennant. It also stars Rosario Dawson as the titular character Ashoka Tano. While the trailer has been launched, a release date for the series is yet to be announced.
US and Russia are dangerously close to an armed conflict. This year, 2023, New Delhi will be the capital of global diplomacy. For a country as diverse as ours, with 88% of the population illiterate, it was a very big deal to write a constitution, and that too, the world's largest. Meanwhile, if we may, here's a Republic Day gift from India for the BBC. A list of suggestions for the BBC for their upcoming documentaries. Number 1, the Kohinoor and the colonial loot. Number 2, an outdated monarchy and unhealthy obsession with the royals. Number 3, racism in 2023. We're waiting.